Hi and welcome to Ask Boo. So this weekend I've spent a lot of time at Equilibrium Yoga Centre doing a forest workshop. Yesterday I spent 5 hours doing yoga and today I spent 3 hours doing yoga. So hence the very minimal makeup and hair tied up because I've literally barely had chance to sort myself out really. I'm absolutely exhausted and my body aches everywhere. But what I really wanted to talk about this week that's inspired me from the workshop is self-care really, and doing yourself a bit of a favour by getting rid of those things that don't serve you anymore. A really beautiful philosophy that I learnt in forest yoga is all about, obviously we're a tree and in the winter and autumn we shed our leaves and anything that doesn't sort of serve us or do us any good anymore. And I think the same goes for us as people. I've kind of spent a lot of time in my life getting rid of things that don't serve me, and it sounds quite cold when I put it like that. Some people might regard me as like, oh, that's a bit harsh, but actually if I hadn't have done that I'd perhaps be in a really dark place. So I mean, in regards to my life, I've sort of stopped friendships that were really toxic and made me feel really bad, stopped relationships that were no longer good for me, and even self-doubt and negative thoughts, because it's not just the external things that affect us, but it's also those internal messages that we tell ourselves, whether we're not good enough, not pretty enough, not skinny enough, all those things that kind of wrap around our heads. But actually, I think this time of year is probably the best time of year to analyse those thoughts and the things around us and really have a think about, actually, in that fresh new year vibe, what do I want to really make sure that I not just change about myself, but make sure I take care of myself in a much better way. I hope that kind of resonates with you as much as it did with me. Because I just think sometimes we need to do ourselves a favour and just let go. I mean, even the things around us, like clutter and chaos and mess and pressure, there's so much of it around us and it can be really stressful, especially when we've got other stresses going on. So actually, let's take this time to reevaluate what's going on in our lives and really think about exactly what's serving us and whether it's serving us well. I'm definitely going to be analysing that this weekend and over the next week and thinking, what do I really want to do differently next year? How do I want to treat myself better next year and others? And what do I really need to stop that's having a negative effect on my life? I hope that's given you as much food for thought as it has for me this weekend. I've written a little bit more in the blog below, so please feel free to click on the link. And please subscribe to any comments. I'd love to know what you've changed that makes you feel better now that you've done it. I hope to speak to you soon. Thanks.